When I talk about the distributive property, I like thinking about party packs of potato chips. I mean, why wouldn't you like thinking about party packs of potato chips? The classic pack has a total of 30 small bags, 10 standard chips, 8 nacho cheese, and 12 ranch flavor. If I were having a party for all of OLA, we would need 5 classic packs. That would make a total of, let's see, I think 5 times 10, that would be 50. 8 times 5, that would be 40. And 12 times 5, that would be 60. So 50 standard, 40 nacho cheese, and 60 ranch. Mathematically, we can come to the same conclusion using the distribution property. Distribution. So this S, that's for standard, nacho cheese, ranch. And we have a total of 5 of these party packs. So the party packs are inside the parentheses. That's like one party pack. So one party pack has this, and we want 5 of those. So I'm going to use 5 times 10s will give me 50s. 5 times a positive 8n will give me 40n. And 5 times positive 12r will give me 60r. So what you can see is we have a 50 standard, 40 nacho cheese, and 60 ranch. So that's the way that you can think of distribution like party packs of potato chips. If you're like me, you'll like that. So mathematically, we can, I just did that, example 1. There's another kind of distribution that often occurs in algebra. It's the situation when there are 2 sets of parentheses, each having more than one item being multiplied together. So example 2 here is a situation like that. And here's one set of parentheses and another set of parentheses. Notice that there's 2 in here and 2 in there. Up here, there were 3 inside and 1 outside. So this is a special kind of distribution. Although the idea is the same, it is helpful to have a tool that is specifically designed for these kinds of situations. And that tool I call FOIL. Really, we are just using the distributive property twice. The name is actually an acronym, and we're going to look at example 3 here to figure out what that acronym is. So firsts, you probably didn't even know that was a word, firsts. Yeah. Outers, inners, and lasts. Those are what each letter stands for. Let's have a look at how the acronym relates to binomials. So remember, binomials, that's a term that just means 2 names, really, or 2 terms. So in example 2, these are 2 binomials. There's one binomial, there's another binomial. The binomial has 2 terms, an x term and a constant, an x term and a constant. Not all binomials have an x term and a constant, but these do. So we're going to look at how firsts relates to the binomials. So we're talking about the first term in each binomial, the outer term in each binomial, the inner terms in each binomial, and the last term in each binomial. So that's why we use firsts, outers, inners, lasts, or FOIL. At this point, it's going to be helpful to have a few examples of foiling. So let's look at each one of these individually. So 2x times x, that is 2x squared firsts. Outers, 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. Inners, positive 1 times x is positive 1x, or just x. And lasts, positive 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. Now, it's a good idea to notice that these are two x terms, so they can be combined together. And when we combine them together, we will just have 2x squared minus 7x minus 4. Because at negative 8x, when I combine it with a positive 1x, is negative 7x. Here, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the colors in the exact same order here, so I'm sorry if I don't. 3x times 3x firsts is 9x squared. Outers, 3x times negative 2, negative 6x. Inners, 2 times 3x is positive 6x. And lasts, positive 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Now when we combine these x terms, notice it makes a 0. And so we have left 9x squared minus 4 when we combine those terms. The thing to notice about these two binomials here, the first term is the same, and the second term in them, one is positive 2, one is negative 2. So whenever you have that situation where the first term is the same in the two binomials, and the second term is just positive and negative something, you will always have a situation where the x term is gone. All right. Now this one you may look at and think, that's not a situation where we need to FOIL. But it is, because we are squaring this, which really just means that we are taking it and multiplying it by itself. It's a good idea to write it out this way so that you get that FOIL done correctly. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 1 is 4x. 1 times 4x is 4x. And 1 times 1 is 1. FOIL. Firsts, outers, inners, lasts. Combining like terms here, we get 16x squared plus 8x plus 1. So it's important to know that we can use a very similar method, though there's no acronym for it, when the algebraic expressions are longer. So in this first one, we have a trinomial, not a binomial. There are 3 terms multiplied by a binomial. And in the second one, we have a binomial multiplied by a trinomial. So we'll go through these two examples. It really is the same. I'm not going to use the colors because I don't have enough distinctions. It'll get kind of messy anyway. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 3 is positive 3x. So I've multiplied this first term by each of the two things in the second parentheses. I'll do, Actually, I'll do colors by like this. So negative 4x times x is negative 4x squared. Negative 4x times 3 is negative 12x. Positive 1 times x is positive x. Positive 1 times 3 is positive 3. Now we have terms that we can combine. We have our x squared term here. Oh, there should be one more x squared term, no? Yes, yes. I messed up. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Right here. X squared times 3 should be 3x squared. There we go. Good. So we can combine some terms here. We have the x cubed. That's just by itself right here. There are no other x cubes. We have a positive 3x squared and a negative 4x. That's negative x squared. Negative 4x squared. And we have a negative 12x and a positive x. That's negative 11x. And then we have plus 3. So that's that one. We're getting pretty long on the video here. Finish it up here and then we'll be done. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 2x is negative 2x squared. X times 2 is positive 2x. 8 times x squared is positive 8x squared. 8 times negative 2x is negative 16x. 8 times 2 is 16. All right, so we just have our x cubed, and then we have a negative 2x squared, and positive 8x is positive 6x squared. And we have positive 2x and negative 16x. That's a negative 14x. And we have plus 16. So that is FOILing and plus a little extra, just for fun. Hope this is helpful. And you can send me questions. I am happy to answer them.